Okay, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome. Hope everybody has had a great week. We're going to go ahead and get started by lighting the Shabbat candles. The blessing can be found on page 4 in the Siddur. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Amen. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. We will turn to the bottom of page 5, and we will continue with Shalom Aleichem at the bottom of the page. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem leshalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech malachei hamalachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni leshalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech malachei hamalachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzeitchem leshalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech malachei hamalachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We'll turn ahead to page 11, and we'll continue with L'chon Eranena at the top of the page. L'chon Eranena l'Adonai, Nari al tzur ishenu nekad mafanav betoda, bizmirot nari alo. Ki el gadol Adonai, umelech gadol al kol Elohim asher beado mechere haaretz v'toafot harim lo. We'll turn ahead to page, if I can get the page to unstick. There we go. Page 18, 3 lines from the top, will continue with the ending of Psalm 98, Zamru Adonai Bechinor, page 18. Zameru Adonai Bechinor, Bechinor v'kol zimra, b'chatzotrot v'kol shofar, hariu lifnei hamelech Adonai, Yiram hayam umlo, tevel v'yosheveva, neharot imcha uchaf, Yachad harim yiranenu, lifnei Adonai kiva, kiva lishpot haaretz, yishpot tevel betzedek, ve'amim b'mei sharim, yiram hayam umlo, tevel ve'yosheveva, Neharot imcha uchaf, yachad harim yiranenu. We'll turn ahead to page 23. We'll continue with Lachadodi. We'll do the first 2 stanzas on 23, the middle stanza on 24, and then we'll all rise and face the entrance for the final stanza on 25. Page 23, Lachadodi. Lecha dodi likrat kala pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala pene Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor bedibur echad hishmianu el hamiyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shemu l'tiferet ve'litkila lecha dodi likrat kala pene Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nehelcha ki mekor haberacha merosh mikedem nesu chasof ha'maaseh b'machashava techila lecha dodi likrat kala pene Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri kiva orech kumi uri shir daberi kevod Adonai alayich nigla lecha dodi likrat kala pene Shabbat nekabela. Please rise and face the entrance. Boi v'shalom ateret bala gam b'simcha uvetzolatoch emonei am segula boi chala lecha dodi likrat kala pene Shabbat nekabela. You may be seated. We'll now turn ahead to page 28, and we'll continue in the middle of the page with Tzadi Katamar. Tzadi Katamar Yiferach Ke'erez Balvanon Yiske Shetulim Beveit Adonai Bechatzrot Eloheinu Yafrichu Od Yenuvun Beseva Tishenim Verananim Iu Lehagid Ki Yashar Adonai Tsuri Velo Avalatabo. Before we continue with Mariv, let's turn to page 178, and we'll continue with the prayer for the state of Israel, Avinu Shabashamayim. Avinu Shebashamayim, Sur Yisrael v'goalo. Avinu Shebashamayim, Sur Yisrael v'goalo. Barech et Medinat Yisrael, Reshit Tzmichat Geulateinu, Hagen Aleha Bevrat Chastecha, Uferos Aleha Sukat Shelomecha, Avinu, Avinu, Sheba Shamayim, Tzur Yisrael v'goalo. Avinu, Avinu, Sheba Shamayim, Tzur Yisrael v'goalo. Avinu Sheba Shamayim, stronghold and redeemer of the people Israel, bless the state of Israel, that it may be the beginning of our redemption. Shield it with your love, spread over it the shelter of your peace. Guide its leaders and advisors with your light and your truth. Help them with your good counsel. Strengthen the hands of those who defend our holy land. Deliver them, crown their efforts with triumph. Bless the land with peace and its inhabitants with lasting joy. And let us say, Amen. We'll now turn back a few pages to page 173. We'll continue with the Misha Berach prayer for those who are ill. If you have the name of someone you want to say out loud, please go ahead and rise. And after we read through the names on our list, we'll go around the room. You can say the name out loud. Page 173, top left-hand corner. And if there's anyone on Zoom, you can unmute at that time as well. Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our life a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Leah bat Sarah, Moshe Tzindel ben Sarah, Yaakov Achana bat Rivka Simcha, Shena Rezel bat Sima, Adam Chaim ben Sarah, Nisan ben Esther, Shoshana Lena bat Yochevet, Kira bat Ariel, bat Chabat Chana, Talia Devora bat Brana, Judith Siegel, Yehudit bat Ruth, Ernest Edinger, Yisrael ben Ita, Don Satz, David ben Leah, Melissa Lawrence, Shemira Cherut bat Sarah, Jack Azuz, Yaakov ben Limid, Rick Hammer, Ezra ben Yadaroisha, Judy Pitkovsky, Yehudit bat Rivka, Diane Chodorow, Jennifer Brown-Lerner, Eva Curis, Ken Gasser, Harvey Kulchin, Jennifer Hayden, Julia Damerow, Elva Pineda, Nancy Levick, Killian Parker, Tanya Bobrick, Marion Camerlingo, Terry Lukanik, Stephen Lukanik, Robert Lukanik, Patty Locks, Gary Guto, Nancy Rummage, Lynn Sinowitz, Chessie Idenopoulos, Francis Gilston, Doris Duhigg, Amy Stone, June Shadman, Pam Daly, Andrew Bustamante, Linda August, Damon LaForce, Judy Sherman, Virginia Fell, and Thomas Narr.
Eastern Mike, Caleb Bennis, Scarlett Vaccaro.
Is there anyone online who would like to add a name? Misha Berach Imotenu Mekor Abracha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. May they all find the healing that they so need and so deserve. We'll turn back to page 39A. We unfortunately do not have a minyan this evening, so we will continue with the English reading in the middle of the page on the English side, page 39A. Baruch atah Adonai, our God, sovereign of time and space, whose word brings the evening dusk, whose wisdom opens the gates of dawn, whose understanding changes the day's division, whose will sets the succession of seasons and arranges the stars in their places in the sky, who creates day and night, who rolls light before darkness and darkness from light, who makes day pass into night, who distinguishes day from night. Adonai Tsevaot is your name. Living and ever-present God, may your rule be with us forever and ever. Baruch atah Adonai, who brings each evening's dusk. ומעביר יום ומביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב הרבים. We'll continue with Ahavat Olam, page 40. Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amacha Ahavta. Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu, b'shokveinu uvekulmeinu, nasiach bechukecha, v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד, כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגה יומם ולילה, יומם ולילה, ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. והיה אם שום תשמעו את זה עכשיו. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם. אמת, top of 43a. אמת ואמונה כל זאת בקיים עלינו, כי הוא אדוני אלוהינו ואין זולתו, ואנחנו ישראל עמו. God brought Israel from its midst to lasting freedom and led them through the divided water of the Sea of Reeds. As their pursuers and enemies drowned in the depths, God's children beheld the power of the divine. They praised and acknowledged God's name willingly, accepting God's sovereignty. And then Moses, Miriam, and the people of Israel joyfully sang unto you. We'll continue with Mi Chamocha, top of page 44. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא. מלכותך ראו בניך בוקע ים לפני משה, זה אלי אנו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גאל Yisrael. We'll continue with Hashkivenu, page 45. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu לשלום, והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ותקננו בעצה טובה מלפניך, והושיענו למען שמך. Remove from us enemies, pestilence, sword, starvation, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, for you, God, watch over and deliver us, and you, God, are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. Ensure our going and coming for life and peace, now and forever. May you spread over us your canopy of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all the people Israel, and over Jerusalem. ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ברוך אתה אדוני, הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל כל עמו Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim. We'll continue with Vishamru, top of page 46. Please rise. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. לי ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש. We'll continue now with the private Amidah that begins on page 47 and concludes on page 52. Ose shalom, shalom b'meromav, hu yaseh shalom. Ose shalom, shalom b'meromav, hu yaseh shalom. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Ose shalom, shalom b'meromav, hu yaseh shalom. We will continue now with the Friday evening Kiddush, which can be found on page 55. Please rise. Savarim Adadan Verabadan Verabotai, Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Borei Peri Hagafen. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzoni nechilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikra'ei kodesh zecher litziat mitzrayim ki avanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim ve'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha'shabbat.
Amen.
L'chaim. We'll continue page 56 with Aleinu. Aleinu l'shameach l'adon ha'kol l'teit gedula l'oseh reshit shelo asanu kegoyei ha'aratzot ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובהי מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבות אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד. על כן נכף לך אדוני אלוהינו. ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. We will now take a moment to remember those who are no longer with us. This Shabbat, we remember the following yurtsites for the upcoming week of George Axelrod, Louis Zuckerman, Joseph Schneiderman, Didi Marchik, Hilda Wolofsky, Samuel Davis, Golda Thayer, Arthur Sachs, Jacob Klosky, Harry Kramer, Hannah Levine, Mark Diamond, and Manuel Bartnoff. And if there's anyone else you are remembering this evening, please take a moment to remember them in your mind and in your heart, and may their memory be for goodness and for a blessing. Since we don't have a minyan, we will continue with only the last two verses of the Mourner's Kaddish on the bottom of page 58. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Okay, in just a moment we will conclude with Yigdal, but before that, I think we have some announcements.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. Please join us tomorrow as well. Tomorrow morning at 9:30 for our Shabbat morning service, during which one of our religious school teachers and a local Magida storyteller, Bataya Podos, will deliver the Devar Torah storytelling style in honor and recognition of all of our religious school leaders. The service will be followed by a sponsored Kiddush luncheon. We'd like to thank the Lopez Brodies and Vicky Camerlingo for co-sponsoring the Kiddush in honor of the religious school teachers and Vicky reading Torah for us. Normally on Friday nights, we provide a small oneg after the service that all are invited to partake in. We're currently looking for additional volunteers to help sponsor and help set up our Friday night onegs moving forward. This evening, we will not be having an oneg due to not having a volunteer for this week. If you or anyone you know is interested in becoming a regular volunteer to provide our oneg, please let Ellen Finston, Rabbi Angris, or Amanda in the office know. And I have to say that the oneg, I think, is a really important part of Friday evening Shabbat service. Well, after it and all that. When I came here to the synagogue, it was one of the ways that I got a chance to really meet people here. People are standing up. You got the opportunity to move around, talk, and socialize, and all of that. It's a good thing. I really hope we get a volunteer to take that over. You'll be seeing some asks in the shofar and in the weekly e-blast that Jimmy puts out asking for volunteers. So we hope that we get somebody that'll step up and do that. Let's see. Every week, our community meets on Monday and Thursday mornings at 8:00 a.m. for morning, minyan, and breakfast. We invite all of you to attend each week, especially to help our community make a minyan, which will allow for the Torah to be read during the service and for those observing Yartzeit to recite Kaddish. Bagels and coffee are served after each service for a minimal monthly donation, and all are welcome to attend. Our religious school, the Academy of Jewish Learning, is currently accepting registration and enrollment for the 26 and 27 school year. Please reach out to our religious school director, Judith Siegel, to access the registration form and for more information, or if you have any questions. Let's see. Please join us next Shabbat, Saturday, June 6th, as we celebrate the roof of Isai Garcia and Zoe Wiesel. There will be an enhanced Kiddush lunch provided by the Garcias in honor of the wedding couple, and all are invited to attend. Our next two Tot Shabbat programs will be coming up soon. For families with children up to 7 years old, please join us on Friday evening, June 19th at 5:00 p.m. for our bi-monthly Tot Shabbat service, followed by a free family-friendly Shabbat dinner. RSVP is required, which can be done on our website. Regular Shabbat evening services will still take place at 6:00 p.m. Also join us for a Shabbat morning Tot Shabbat service on Saturday morning, June 27th at 10:30 a.m. Light snacks will be provided. Please reach out to Don Thompson or Angelina Lopez Brody for more information and with any questions. If you need more information about any of our upcoming events, please contact the main office, check the shofar, or visit our website. And once again, thank you for joining us this evening.
Okay. Thank you so much, Terry. Yasher Koach. Okay, with that, we're going to conclude with Yigdal on page 62. Yigdal Elohim Chai ve'yishtabach nimtza ve'eneit el metziuto echad ve'en yachid ke'ichudo nelam ve'gam ein sof le'achduto ein lo demut haguf ve'eino guf lo na'aroch elav kedushato kadmon lechol davar asher nivra Rishon ve'in reshit lereshito. Hino Adon Olam v'chol notzar. Yoreh gedulato umalchuto. Shefan nevuato netano. Ela anshe segulato v'tifarto. Lo kam b'Yisrael kemo she'od. Navi umabit et temunato. Torah emet natan le'amoel. Al yad nevio neman beito. Lo yachalif ha'el velo yamir dato. Le'olamim lezulato. Sofev yodea setarenu. Mabit lesof davar bekadmato. Gomer leish chesed kemifalo. Noten lerashara kerishato. Yishlach leketz yamin meshichenu. Lifdot mechake ketz yeshuato. Meitim yechayeel berov chasto. Baruch adei ad shem tehilato. Meitim yechayeel berov chasto. Baruch adei ad shem tehilato. Shabbat shalom, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Please join us tomorrow morning at 9:30 for Shabbat morning services. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Good Shabbos.